Hey guys, how's everyone doing? So, first off, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. The topic that we're going to get into today is thinking errors. And I'm going to give you some example of what thinking errors are. But before we do that, I want to share what a thinking error is. So, just so you have an idea, the clinical or the fancy term for it is a cognitive distortion, which really means that you're having this thought process that is irrational and it creates unhealthy emotions, unhealthy behaviors. And there's different type of thinking errors. There's just a lot of them. So for today, I kind of just want to give you an idea of what they are, so that if you're having them, it kind of creates this light bulb moment where you're able to say, okay, there's a thinking error, and then this is what I could do about it. So the first one I want to share with you has to do with blowing things up. That's where you may make a really big deal out of something. And an example of that could be that you're having a really good day and you spill coffee on your shirt. And prior to spilling coffee on your shirt, your day was going phenomenal. I mean, you were excited about the day, you were happy about it. But once that coffee got spilled on there, you just had this really loud, irrational like reaction. Maybe you said something as far as, you know, I'm the worst person in the world for spilling this coffee on me, or the rest of my day is going to be ruined because of spilling this coffee on me. And then you notice if you're saying those type of things, then what's going to happen is that you're going to feel that type of way, and then you may have a reaction. And the reaction will be that after you spill the coffee, your whole day is ruined. You just go home, and prior to spilling the coffee, you're about to have a really good day. You're about to go see the movies with some friends. I mean, things were going to go in the right direction. But when the coffee got spilled, because of the thinking error, things are going left now in the wrong direction. The next thinking error I want to share with you is called fortune telling. And it's probably exactly what you're thinking. If you think about fortune telling, it's where you're looking at coming up with these ideas of what could happen in the future. And then usually it's in a negative light. So an example of that would be, let's say you got a big party coming up, right? Whether it's your birthday or some kind of celebration you're doing. And then your thought is that you're going into, no one's going to come to my party. And you could see that that essence there of your fortune telling. It hasn't happened yet, but you're already in that mindset that no one's going to come to your party. So if you think about that, let's say today's your birthday, or a week out is your birthday, and then you have this fortune telling part of you that says that, and it says, you know what, no one's going to come to my party. That probably means that your mood's going to go down. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel irritable. You may even cancel the whole birthday. Yet, it hasn't even taken place. And then the last thinking error, before I share it with you, there's many more thinking errors. I just want to kind of get the ball rolling, in this video, so you have an idea of what thinking errors are. And that increase of, education, of awareness, at least allows us to say, okay, you know what? I got a rash in my hand, and this is what it means. And then next step is, here's things that I can do about it. Which there's a lot more videos, on this channel on Counseling Talk, where you're able to see what you can do about how you can approach thinking errors. Sorry, my mouth was like blah, blah, blah. 1,000 things were coming out at once. But how you can approach counseling thinking errors. Sorry, how you can approach thinking errors, and how you can utilize anxiety and depression like coping skills to address them. So the last one is mind reading. Now, mind reading, again, is probably exactly what you're thinking. It's where you believe that you're able to kind of think about the thoughts that someone else is having. So let's say you're just walking down the street, right? And it's a good day. Things are going well. Sun shines out. And you see somebody looking at you. And then your thought is that they're having the worst thoughts about you, right? So they're like, man, they probably think I have a huge nose. Or they're probably like, oh, that's the worst looking beard in the world. So what I'm doing is I'm mind reading, right? And if you're an X-Men fan, you know the only person that can do it with a lot of those mutants, right? But Professor Xavier, that's the only one that can mind read, which that'd be awesome in some ways, but that's not the point of this conversation. So mind reading is where you're walking down the street and you see somebody looking at you, and and in your mind you're thinking that they're having negative thoughts about you, such as they're looking at me and they probably hate the way my nose looks, or they're probably thinking I have a horrible beard, and then that causes me to feel a certain negative way, right? My self-esteem is probably going down, my self-confidence is probably going down. Maybe before I had that thought, that thinking error of mind reading, my chest was up, my head was high, I was smiling, and then once I started to do the mind reading and thinking that I knew what they were thinking, right? That irrational thought, my shoulders came down, my mood went down, I got sluggish, and then it really impacted me in a negative way. So those were 3 thinking errors I shared with you today. I want you to rewatch the video if you need to. See if any of them stick out to you. If they do, let me know. I'd be more than happy to kind of keep, adding to this conversation. Thank you for sharing space with me. Have an amazing day.